conviction. Broke my own heart this time for believing that a ghost could find a body alive that hasn't seen the other side. So don't call me, I'll find something to escape my mind. What's the cause when there's no love lost between us? So burn the letters, there's a tragedy in every ember. In every ember. In every ember. In every ember. There's a tragedy in every You are my strangest addiction. I could say I'll quit without any conviction. Broke my own heart this time for believing that a ghost could find a body alive that hasn't seen the other side. So don't call me, I'll find something to escape my mind. In every ember, there's a tragedy in every ember. What's the cause when there's no
Hello, everybody. Oh, wait, wrong one. Where is it? Intermission front. Here we go. Hi. Hello. How's it going? Move this over. There we go. Hello. Hi. All right. Front camera. Zoom in. Oh, there we go. Oh, not too far. Hello. Hold on. There we go. How's it going, guys? Hopefully music's not too loud. Hopefully it's like just right. You guys will let me know. So we have. I need to do something else here. Shoot. Sources, image slideshow. Yep. This one. We're gonna shove them down. Actually, no. We're just. All right, guys. There we go. Woko, thank you for following. This is it for the stream. We're in this tiny box the entire time. This is the stream up here. Over there is just some sponsor ads that we have. No, obviously not. But I do have to say thank you to KB3D and LDO Motors for just being awesome partners that we work with. Obviously, if you don't know, LDO Motors makes Positron kits, and they also sponsor us to do a filament giveaway every Friday. So we might be doing that today. Don't know, actually. I'll make a decision later. We kind of... I didn't plan on it this week because... stuff. So, yeah. But you know what? We will be sure to get as much of that LDO filament before other things happen. I won't mention anything. But I think everyone here knows vaguely what I'm talking about. Anyway, yes, as we all know, things happened this week, and for some people, it was not what was expected, and that's okay. That happens. We are a community, and we will stay together, and we will support one another. So, no matter what happens, everything will be all right. Oh, the Discord is bad. Just discord.gg/positron. Ignore the. Yeah, I'll fix it here. I have to fix it because I think that's using an old Discord server. But here, let me hello Sebas, welcome. Discord https discord.gg positron. There you go. That should work. We use the positron server now. With everything that's happened, we are going to we're not breaking things yet, Tech. Jeez. With everything that's happened, the 3D printing community will stay a community, obviously. And Positron's going to do everything that we can in order to support our community members and our actual team members. If you did not see the post, we will be donating proceeds from, not all proceeds, but like what we can. We'll be donating to local LGBTQ communities and support them as best as we can, especially as a member myself. And we're going to do what we can to just make sure everyone's going to be okay. For those wondering, oh no, what's happened? Tuesday happened. Yeah. we're not going to get into it. Let us hope everything's going to be all right. Yeah, everything's going to be all right, and we're going to stick through it. So, we're going to be good. No more stuff. Yeah. All right. So what are we doing today? We are fixing the stream laptop. So what's on my desk right now is actually our stream laptop. This baby right here is the stream laptop. This is what I run this channel on. unless we're doing a design stream. When we're doing a design stream, we're over on the desktop. So we gotta fix it because it stopped booting, like entirely stopped booting. Very, very fun. Hell yeah! Thank you for joining the Discord. Wait, how are we streaming? A Ghost? I have a smaller laptop. So this is almost 10 years old. Almost. We're a couple years away. It's like 8 years old right now. This is an Alienware 17R3 from 2016. It's a pretty beefy computer. It has a dedicated GPU, a GTX 970M. And it works great. It's a perfect streaming computer. And the reason I use this as a streaming computer is because I can leave it plugged in because the battery's back. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if we can disconnect that battery from just this panel here, and we're gonna try to get her to boot again. We're gonna see what's going on, why she's not booting, and just see what we can do to fix it. Yeah, so here's actually the nice thing. This does not have spicy pillow mode. In the BIOS for this laptop, it has a desktop mode, and in desktop mode, it just it disconnects the battery. So it doesn't charge the battery, it doesn't drain the battery, it just runs off of the DC power jack, which is awesome. So I've had that set for a while now. So it works as just a desktop. Yeah, okay. People usually hate on Alienware. This was actually a pretty good laptop. I was very happy. It's heavy. Like this thing is a chunker. Okay, I think I just fixed our problem. I just realized. That's our hard drive right there. And that was not down. Oh boy. Does this take M2s? I think that's an M2 screw. Where are my M2s? I had like a little thing of M2 screws somewhere. But then again, you've seen the other side of this desk here. This was a Alienware after the buyout. Yes, it was. This is a Dell Alienware. So, yeah. Turn it into AIO PC for the stream. That's what it has been. It has been an AIO PC for the stream, but it stopped. It stopped because this doesn't have a screw in it. I think that got like unlodged by a bump or something, and then it just could never find the drive. So we're gonna screw that back in. Let me find an M2, which I think I got right here. Yes, M2. I think this will work. Yeah, it is surprising that this thing has lived this long. I actually got it updated to I just upgraded it to friggin' what's it called? I just upgraded it to Windows 11. Surprisingly. Don't ask me how, but I did. It would not do it. I had to convince it. It took some convincing. All right, this is like, wow. Okay, that is barely holding on to that PCB, but it's doing enough to hold it in. I did not get extended warranty for this, no, because I'm an IT guy. I know what I'm doing. That's the biggest lie I think I've ever told on stream. No screw grabs the Flex Seal tape. All right, let's check. Let's see what's in here. There used to be a 2 terabyte hard drive in here. I removed it for obvious reasons. Battery release fat for. Oh wow, look at that. I never even noticed that. So we're gonna undo this. We're gonna take that out because I want. Even though it's on AC mode, I just want to make sure it never turns on. Thanks for the notification, YouTube. Anyways, what's getting surgery now? This is the stream laptop. Yeah, but Dell's warranties are unmatched in the laptop space. Yeah, I will agree with that. So I work as an IT tech, and at our company, we only sell Dell laptops because of the pro support that we get with them. Because yeah, if you pay for the pro support, if anything goes wrong, you just call them up, lie to them, tell them that it's not turning on, and they'll just replace it. Or send a technician out to fix whatever problem it's having. So we don't have to go on site and do it ourselves. Dell just does it, and it saves us so much time. It's insane. Let's check the RAM. Why not? I think I have like 32 gigs in here. Yeah, I got 32 gigs in here. So like, she's a chonker. This is an i7 6700 HQ. Yes, 6700 HQ. If I recall correctly. She's beefy. She's beef. Absolutely happy with this laptop over the years that it has treated me. It has treated me so well. It also actually has the ability, so if I wanted to upgrade the GPU in this, I could. And like, I'm talking full-size GPU. It has a PCIe X4 slot right here that you hook up an external GPU dock. Now, this came out just as external GPU docks were becoming a thing. I'm still struggling to get this undone. So I had the choice between a Razer laptop and their GPU dock that was over Thunderbolt, and this laptop with their GPU dock. I ended up going with, obviously, this one. The reason I chose this one over, say, the Razer was because in performance testing, this was doing better. This performed better. It was slightly better, but it was still better. But that's because this is a dedicated PCIe lane, not over USB Thunderbolt. All right. Before we put her back up, I want to see if she'll boot up without the battery. So let's do that. She's big. She has a full numpad. Look at that. I love this. Like, okay, when I took this on flights, my mouse would fit perfectly right there. And because of this little bar right here, my mouse would fit right here. And it would just, I would never press the keys. It would just work really well. I love it. Yeah, I've heard Razer quality isn't that great. But it was one of the few laptops that supported external GPUs like they did. Because here's the thing. I got this when I was about to go to college. And I was going to go to college for computer science. And I was going to do, like, video game design and stuff like that. So I wanted something that had a really good GPU so that I could, do video game stuff. I ended up dropping out of computer science, but I needed something that had a pretty decent GPU on the inside. And also something that had, a dedicated GPU externally so that I could just keep it going. So I decided on this. Oh, she's booting. Look at that. Now, let's see if it asks me for the boot drive. It knows the boot drive, so... Well, chat, we fixed it. This stream was supposed to go way longer than 20 minutes! Okay, we got more stuff to work on. We're not done yet. I'm glad this is working. Oh my god. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's perfect right there. Okay, let's shut her down. Let's make sure. Okay, she's working without battery. In fact, it doesn't even know that it doesn't have a battery. It thinks it's a desktop right now, which is awesome. That's exactly what we want. Dark Third Dimension, what happened was I was expecting this to be more broken than just a unseated SSD. It was just an unseated SSD. That's the only problem with this laptop. It just started working. As soon as we fixed the SSD, it booted up, no problem. I was like 100% certain we'd be here for way longer than what we actually were. Oh my god. All right, well now we're gonna button her up, and then we're gonna work on Positron a little bit. Hey Nathan, you missed out on probably the best stream ever. I was planning on spending like an hour to 2 hours trying to figure out what's going on with this, like just trying to figure out what was wrong with this laptop, because before I cracked it open, it would have a 50% chance of booting to the SSD and a 50% chance of not booting to the SSD. So I'm like, okay, something else is wrong in this computer. No, it was just a loose SSD. Everything seems to be getting fixed then. My V0 is back up and running. Nice, that's good to hear. All right, yeah, let's close her back up, boot her back up, and yeah. All right, so yeah, batteries removed, so we don't have to worry about spicy pillow syndrome. Perfect. I'm happy about that. We have to, at some point, we're going to design something that like sticks into here and like holds in the cable so that it never gets unplugged. But that'll be another time. Yeah, this she's still kicking, dude. Oh my god. Got this laptop for college. This is the laptop I learned how to use trackball mice. Like, oh my god, you guys have no idea. My entire 3D modeling journey started on here. Positron didn't start on here. Positron started on my desktop. Positron started on Kralen's laptop. But like me joining Positron was on my desktop. But like this, dude, this laptop was with me when I started Nomad's Galaxy. Like this was the laptop Nomad's Galaxy started on. Before I did 3D printing stuff, I tried doing graphics design stuff. And yeah, this is where it all started. Okay, let's boot her back up and just make sure she's good. Maybe run some updates. Just do some general IT stuff. Leak my social security out. You know, classic hacker things. Let's see if she boots. Let me break something so I can fix it real quick. Yeah, look, she booted right away. Seriously, half the time I would be using this computer. I don't care if you guys know my real name because it's already been like a thing that people know. Had to make my own slightly longer umbilical cable to fix it. Once thought kept. Oh yeah, yeah. Guys, the other problem I have with this laptop, which I don't think I can fix, is the USB ports. They will short out. That's fun. So I can only have so much plugged into this. Well, yeah, shit. I thought this was gonna take way longer than it did. All right. Okay. All right. Let's run some updates while I can, because I normally don't update this machine. Plug USB card into PCIe port on the back. So it's not a standard PCIe port. I would have to figure out how it's pinned out. But I could do that technically. If I figure out how that PCIe port is pinned out, I could plug whatever I wanted into it. I would just have to figure that out. There is a docking station I have somewhere that like this uses, but it's big, bulky, and I don't want to deal with it. And just for this being a streaming laptop, I don't need anything more than what is currently here. Drink of the day is Sprite. I'm usually not a huge fan of Sprite, but Sprite is good. You know, that reminds me. I need to change my social handles, wherever they are, down there. I need to change those to be... I need to change those to be Blue Sky, because if you don't know, we've moved to Blue Sky, like entirely, for Positron and for Nomad's Galaxy. Positron is still on Twitter, but a lot of the 3D printing community has moved to Blue Sky, because it's the method that it uses for content just gathering and distribution is superior. Just hands down, it's superior. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Let me go on a rant, because I like to go on rants, and we're waiting for this to kind of do its thing anyway. Okay, so old algorithms like Twitter, Facebook, etc., they would use engagement to determine whether or not a post was good to present to you. So obviously, like, the more engagement a post got, the better the post was, the longer you probably would stay on the platform, and thus the more money they'd make. That's how algorithms work. You know, YouTube's the same way. But YouTube has changed, like, significantly, especially recently. The goal is to keep you on platforms so that they can make as much money off you as possible. That's just the truth. Yeah, let's get update preview. Let's do that. So that's just the truth of it all. So different types of engagement would generate different amounts of, you know, points, essentially. So, for example, just liking a post, that's a little bit of engagement. Like, let's say liking a post is one point of engagement. This is not actually, like, any statistical relation at all. This is just, like, we're making an example here. So in our bubble, in our pretend social media platform, we are going to write this program, and first off, it is going to find posts from people you follow. That is going to add 5 points to its engagement factor. A post that you don't follow will start with baseline of 0. Posts to people that you do follow will have a +5. So don't worry about that. Just, like, consider that as part of the end of calculation. So then, if you like a post, that gives +1. So +1 engagement to that item. So then commenting that is going to be +2. And then retweeting or resharing is going to be +3. And then quoting is going to be +4. So you got a scale. If you see a picture of a cat, like it, move on. If you see a picture of a dog, like it, cute dog, move on. If you see a picture of something that is calling one of your core beliefs absolutely wrong, you're not going to like it, but you're going to comment, and you might quote tweet it. Another dog, like, move on. What people have noticed over time is that the primary content people will engage with in such a way that benefited these engagement models was negative content. Content that attacked people. Not like anyone specific, but like just your core beliefs, because you're more likely to engage with content to defend your core beliefs. That's just like philosophy. So that is that's the core of what these old algorithms were. And a lot of changes happened. There was a lot of trust and safety stuff just to like help make the platforms better. Some of those people got fired, and said platforms that no longer have trust and safety boards have fallen back on that algorithm. So, Blue Sky is different. From what I understand, and again, I'm going based off what I know. I don't know exactly how the system works, but this is how I understand it to work. If you guys can find any sources or things like that to like correct me or whatnot, that'd be awesome. But this is how I understand it to work. So how I understand it to work is that each person has a AI model that is dedicated to them. That might throw red flags immediately, and I would agree. The way, however, this is done is that it is open source. So obviously no one can just mess with it. Not without it being seen, at least, from what I understand. So you have your own AI model that watches how you engage with content. It doesn't rank any specific content that is on the platform. It just watches you. And again, that sounds fucking scary. But no, what it's doing is it wants to know what you engage with, what you enjoy engaging with. Because now that we have AI, we can tell if the type of engagement you're doing is a positive engagement, something that is enjoyable, or a negative engagement, something that's not enjoyable. It can tell if, you're saying something, or someone says something, and then the next person says something contradictory. It's able to somewhat understand that. I gotta feel like somebody's watching me, and I got no privacy. Anyway, so where was I? It wants to know how you engage with the platform, because that's how it's going to decide what to give content to you back. And that's how it's going to decide all of this. So, for example, if you post a lot about 3D printing content, a lot about maker stuff, it's gonna be like, oh, this person likes maker stuff. It's going to find those keywords in the posts that you make, and rather than give you content that is heavily engaged with already, it's going to give you content that best matches your taste, your profile. So you're often going to find posts that have no likes, maybe 1 or 2 likes, maybe 1 or 2 comments, because it just wants to give you what you want. It doesn't want to rage bait you. In fact, it actually has a setting in the moderation page to specifically warn or block potential rage baiting. So if it notices that a post is getting a lot of contradictions, then it's going to be like, oh, this might be rage baiting. And then based off of user reports, it will then flag it. And this happens so quickly. In fact, it happens so fast. On mine, I have it set to completely hide. I have it set to entirely hide engagement farming. I've not seen a single post that's like, oh, hey, like if you do this, or, oh my God, look at this wacky thing, like if you like that, or do this for that. It specifically targets engagement farming and just removes it from my feed entirely. So I'm going through my feed, and it is just stuff I like. And in fact, it's so effective, I find myself commenting on these posts way more often than I would ever have commented on other social media platforms. So it's great. It's awesome. Because it's being trained to just give you what you want. It's not trying to make you engage. It's just trying to... It wants to give you what you want to engage with, which is pretty awesome. And the fact that you can train it to say, I don't want that, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want this, or I do want this, I do want that. In fact, every post, if you click on like the little 3 dots, you can say, show more of this, show less of this. So you could train it even further and add more things to the algorithm, essentially. And then my favorite part is custom feeds. So on Twitter, you got 2 feeds. You got your, we're talking about Blue Sky. Aaron, welcome to that. We're talking about Blue Sky. But you have 2 feeds on Twitter. You have discovery and following. That's it. You only get the 2. You don't get anything else. And we all know what the discovery feed's like. It's a Wild West. You don't know what you're gonna get. With Blue Sky, you could delete it. There's a discovery feed, you can delete it. I don't, because I actually like what I find there. Because again, it's tailored to me. And then I have the following, so every post in chronological order from people I follow. And then I have 3D printing. Any mention of 3D printing, post gets added to my 3D printing feed, so that I can just like see what people are using 3D printing for, or what people are talking, or what people are mentioning 3D printing in. I love it. I can see so many like cool projects that I would never have seen any other way. And then I have a news feed that's just reputable news sources, at least ones I deem reputable, and then I have one for Positron. I have it skimming every single post going to Blue Sky for anything that mentions Positron. So, and I have it specifically trained for Positron printers, so I can keep up to date on anything Positron related. So let's just say, for example, someone bought a Positron and they're frustrated with something, or something broke, and they don't know that we have a Discord, or they don't know that, you know, we have a tag or something. Just say they are posting about Positron and they have no idea. Well, I can find them. I can find them and help them, and I can make sure that I'm doing my due diligence as, you know, the owner, to make sure that people are having, you know, good interactions with Positron. So, you know, if someone's having a problem, I can be like, hey, I see you're having this problem. Here's the document on how to fix that, or here's the person you want to contact, or here's what you do to fix that, etc. I have a feed that is for my favorite band, Streetlight Manifesto. Streetlight Manifesto is a super niche band. It is a ska band, but it is my favorite band. And because of this custom feed, I can keep up to date on anyone talking about Streetlight. And I can just hop in and be like, yo, that's my jam. I love this song too. And it's just awesome. And it feels good. I have one for the Positron team, like a starter pack that you can just follow everyone on the team. It's good. It feels good. As such, I have personally moved over to Blue Sky completely, and I am happy with it. Positron, since I pay attention to the social media platforms that I personally am on the most. So as such, Positron, me being the steward of the Positron account, I am now keeping my eye on Blue Sky more than I am on Twitter. And that's just how it is. I will continue to cross-post Positron related stuff. So yeah, it's a breath of fresh air. Like, it really is. Like, I stopped personally being on Twitter because of the lack of moderation. I was part of community notes for the past few months. Oh god. Guys, I've seen some really fucked up shit. Like, wow. I'm like traumatized from some of the posts I saw, kind of thing. It was bad. And nothing was doing anything about it. The only thing that was fixing it was the community notes. It was horrible. It broke me. It broke me, man. I've been a social media moderator for years. Like, specifically when it comes to Discord. I've been a Discord mod for a long time, and I've moderated so many, like, crazy Discords. I am the lead moderator of r/place Ukraine for the Ukrainian presence on r/place. I am the lead moderator of that. How do you think I felt when we had to deal with that shit, dude? Oh my god. You think I've seen some shit? Yeah, community note stops it. Oh god. I was done. So yeah. That if you wanted to know why, that is why we're moving to Blue Sky. I'm happy with it. I think it's great. I do look like a Discord mod. I do. Yeah. Yeah. I need more alcohol in that soda right there. And you know what? Maybe after the stream, that's what I do. might grab myself a what is it? What do I got? I got Angry Orchard. I like Angry Orchard. That stuff's good. It's just nice cider. Nomad got the big mod vibes. I am tiny, and you know this. I am 5 feet tall. So actually, you know what? This is my first. No, it's not my first stream since KB3D. It's my second stream. But I didn't really get to talk about KB3D that much. Speaking of which, if you guys are watching us on YouTube, we do have KB3D link posted. If you buy anything from KB3D, that does help support myself and Positron. We do greatly appreciate it. KB3D is absolutely a huge supporter of Positron, and they are wonderful people. We love them. They are huge supporters of the entire open source community, and they helped fly. They didn't pay for my flight entirely, but they helped fly me out to Ohio last weekend so that we could celebrate their grand opening of their new showroom. It is really cool. If you live in the Ohio area, I know that's an entire fucking state, but you know what I'm talking about. If you live in the vicinity of KB3D, go check out their storefront. They got really cool stuff. If they let you into the warehouse in the back, you walk in, you look up, there's just like a car hanging over some of the shelves. Because they also do, I think it was a Lambos? Is it Lamborghinis or Porsches? It's Porsche. Dude, I don't know cars. They're also a Porsche shop, so they fix up Porsches. It's really cool. I absolutely love them. Someone needs to make a DIY breathalyzer kit and send it to Nomad to test on stream. You know what? If someone did, I would do it. Sure. All right. I would build a DIY breathalyzer. That'd be fucking funny. I would do that in a heartbeat. Hands down, no questions asked. So yeah, so I did the giveaway. I was the one announcing for the giveaway. I think I did tell this on Monday, but it's always fun to retell stories. Chris gets up on a table, like, I want to say the table was like halfway up the my bamboo here. It was a tall table. It was not a small table. It wasn't a dinky little thing. It went up to like here. And then Chris was like, yeah, and Nomad's gonna hop up, and I'm like, and then everyone burst out laughing. Like, fuck no! I'm not hopping up there. And I literally said, I'm like, Chris, there's a reason I'm short, and it's because I'm afraid of heights. Oh man, it's so good. Yeah, that was death height. Like, no. I'm sure the table's gonna be able to support my weight, but I'm just like, nah, fam, not happening. It was fun. It was so much fun. Cardi B, a cruel mistress. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Nomad on a table would have been eye level for me. Yeah. Yeah, it would have been. Dude, I'm short as shit. It's what it is. It's, you know, it's how I am. Man, okay, this computer's taking a lot longer than I thought. You guys want to play Doom? I don't have any games on this, and I doubt it could run anything modern. I need to uninstall this. So I installed, actually here, it's laptop. Oh, right, it's broken. Okay, I need to install this, so let's do that. So I have a thermal camera given to us by one of our friends, Graham. He just gave us a thermal camera. Dude's a legend. I owe him a positron in return. This is like a $2,000 thermal camera. So I installed a Android emulator on my laptop here because it supports remote, like I can view the camera on my phone, but I want it on my laptop so that I could put it on the stream, so like I could show you guys what I'm doing, but it didn't work. Maybe that's something me and Nathan can work on. Yeah, it very sad that it doesn't work. Then again, there's so many Android emulators that are just like half broken because they're just chaotic. Sideloaded on Windows 11. You're gonna have to help me with that because it's been a long time since I've done that kind of thing. Where is it? It's Nox. Where's Nox? Did it just like install itself as like the first program that ever was put on this machine? Oh, there it is, Nox Player. I used Nox because there was like a way to completely remove all the bloatware off of it. But that didn't work for me. Yeah, continue on install. I don't want any of this. Cool, that was it. Neat. I do love how it glows. Don't Samsungs have the option to show their screen through my... Oh. Hold up. Yeah, Samsung DeX. Hold on. You right. You right. Hold on. Okay. Samsung DeX. Yeah, where's the download? For Windows 10 and above. Open. Also, huge shout out to Vivaldi. Okay, so I have tried so many web browsers over the years. For the longest time, I was just sucked into Chrome because Chrome just made everything so much easier with all the plugins and stuff. I couldn't use any other browser. I tried Firefox. I tried Firefox. I tried Opera. I tried everything. Once I tried Vivaldi, something clicked. I fell in love with it. It was absolutely the best browser I've tried. It has some crazy RAM management that's just really good. Like, hold on, let me see. Can I pull it up? Yeah, memory saver. I don't know why it's not disabled, or why it's enabled. Yeah, so here's the thing, Sebas. So Vivaldi is Chromium based, but they've completely removed everything that is like anti-uBlock, anti all that. So it straight up, like, okay, when Chrome was like, hey, we're implementing this new tracking cookie thing, Vivaldi said, no, fuck that. We're not doing it. We're not implementing that. We're not putting that onto people. No, we're completely removing that from the code of Chrome. And they've been continuing that. They've not added it. They actually have a built-in ad blocker built into this browser, like here. So let's try it out. Let's go to ad block tester. Right? All right. Look at that. It's already working. So if I turn this off, so no blocking. Give it a second. Oh wow, is this just testing in the background? Okay, that's actually kind of cool. That's neat. Okay, this is new. Yeah, you can see like this is able to block natively like 46% of ads that come through. It doesn't block everything. All right, so let's do this. Simple test. All right, you ready? Yeah, nothing. This is built into the browser, so this is like nothing fancy. So if we refresh this, oh god, look at that. Yeah, no, get out of here. Add, bunch of ads. Oh god, it's terrible. Gone. do the extreme test. Let's go. Nothing. 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 Bing, bang, boom, we're good. And then advanced test. Let's go. Native ads. Nope. Nothing. No pop-up. No push. Nothing. Yeah. Okay. I think. Okay, a custom ad, that's fine. I think. I don't know. Maybe that's the only one. Yeah. I love Vivaldi. It's not that I'm cheap for premium, it's that I don't want to give Google any money. Yeah. I get that. I started using Brave because I was grandfathered into YouTube Red. You know, when I originally paid for when originally, if you paid for Google Play Music, you would get YouTube Red with it, and that would just stay forever. And I never upgraded, never got rid of it, nothing. So when it changed to YouTube Premium and YouTube Music, they kept me on. So I stayed paying like $3 or something, like whatever cheap price it was. But they're getting rid of that now. I'm gonna keep paying for it because I watch way too much YouTube on my phone and on my TV and other apps. Like, for example, my car, I got a Tesla. I don't like the owner of the company. I got it before he went completely off the rails, and it's a lease, so I can't get rid of it. So I watch YouTube on my car when I'm charging. If I didn't have YouTube Premium, I would get ads on my car. So, and on that, there's no way to get around that. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep paying for it. All right, Samsung Dex. Let's see how this works. Connect your phone. Well, shit. All right, that's a problem. Well, let's see here. Okay, so all right, I got USB port there. Cool. If this works, I'd be impressed. Imagining having ads on your car. Oh god, right? Terrible. Allow. Start now. There we go. Okay. Now, all right, I gotta be careful here. This is my phone. Oh, I'm interacting with my streaming laptop. Whoopsies. All right, so let's pull up the app. No, I'm not showing you guys my goddamn thing. Where is it? I know it's in here somewhere. Here we go. HK Micro Viewer. Okay. All right, here it is. Okay, let's grab it. If this works, I'll be very happy, actually. I don't know if this actually is connected to my internet, but we will find out. I wish I could keep it on here like wirelessly. I wish I didn't have to leave it plugged in. But if I have to leave it plugged in, that's not the end of the world. And you know, I could just unplug it, plug it back in whenever I need it. So that's fine. I'll add this app to the desktop so that I can just launch it specifically. And as long as like notifications don't pop up, that'd be fine. Isn't all cars just an ad itself? Yeah, I mean, you are right. Okay. It says I am connected to Wi-Fi. What Wi-Fi am I on? Device settings. Wi-Fi. I'm connected to live streaming. Is that what this is on? It's on live streaming. I think my phone has to be on live streaming. Yes. Okay. 1 second. There we go. Connected. So let's hit this button. Add device. Handheld device. Yeah, there it is. Is this gonna work? Is this gonna work? Let's see. It's requesting. Yo! All right. Look at that. We got it working. You can see the keyboard. You guys can't see it very well, but this is actually this works. And like this is large enough that I could show it on the there's the laptop that we're using. Again, you can barely see it, but okay. This works really well, actually. Nice. The hell is all that? Oh, that's the... Oh, that's weird. That's weird. I don't like that. Okay. Cool. Now we have a solution here. Okay. Sweet. So I'm just gonna add to home. Close that out. Sweet. All right. I just have to make sure to set my phone to do not disturb whenever I do that. Okay. Exit Dex. That's cool. And yeah, I can just plug in my phone and nice. All right. That means I don't have to like fiddle with anything too much. I like that. It's not exactly what I wanted, but it's like good enough. This is definitely a different stream than what you guys are used to. I can tell that. All right, let's restart. And then I gotta do some work on the positron that I've been building with Pooch. I gotta swap out some parts, so we'll do that once this is done. Cool. All right, I'm happy. I'm really happy right now. This is great. I've been meaning to work on those two things for months. This is exactly why I stream, because I end up doing projects that I've been waiting on forever. Of course, physics got the clip of me stinging somebody watching me. Of course, I would expect nothing less. We just released Possyberry. Sweet. So Possyberry, if you're not aware, if you're not on the Positron Discord, which hey, Linky Lou, right here, you should join the Positron Discord, especially if you have a Positron. We just released our beta OS image for Positrons, and it's supposed to like really unify things and just make things better. We highly recommend it. Try it out. Let us know. Give us feedback, because we want that to be the new thing we ship with like all of our Positrons. I see some of our stream friends who joined. Thank you for joining. Thank you. The code's written upside down? Oh shit! I gotta fix that. Hold on, wait. Bang, fix. Move, out of there. Yeah, you're not gonna believe what the problem was, Joe, on this laptop. So I think I told you before, like this had a 50-50 chance of booting, like every time I turned it on. The SSD just wasn't seated fully. That was my problem. it didn't have the SSD fully seated. And that's why I also stopped booting a couple weeks ago. I opened it up and apparently at some point I had modified this laptop and took out its other hard drive. And I must have downgraded the SSD that's in this, and I just didn't put in a screw. So that was the problem. You know, nomad things. I've seen something close, but with a RAM stick, right? Let's see. Let's check our Blue Sky feed real quick. Man, we got so many followers on Blue Sky. Damn. We have, oh man, I love that. I'm taking a photo of that. We have 256 followers. We have a full octet, ladies and gentlemen, of a full binary octet right there. 256. There we go. That's how you do it. Technically, a full binary octet. Technically, 255 is the maximum value. That's 256 values that you can totally have. Oh, uh-oh. 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 That, not good. Maybe I do still have an underlying problem. So if I hit F1 on this, and it boots, then the problem's still here. Ooh, this stream just got interesting. Okay, so what you just saw right there, before that was Pixie Boot. It didn't find the drive. It went to Pixie Boot. Okay, we have a problem. We have something to fix. All right. It's 256 since it starts at 0, but yeah. Maximum numerical value of 255, but it is 256 different combinations. Or, not combinations, values. You know what I mean. Oh yeah. Blue Sky, I ranted about Blue Sky earlier in the stream here. Dude, it just feels good. Just feels good, dude. I'll be singing its praises until it becomes Twitter again. Let's be very clear. Blue Sky is awesome. But just like any other social media platform, it can get worse. It can absolutely get worse. We saw what happened to Twitter. We saw what happened. That could happen to Blue Sky. But you know what? Let's enjoy it for what it is, and let's hope the skies stay blue. That's my mindset. We have a few friends that can't leave Twitter yet, because some of our friends like to stay private, so they like to keep their accounts private. So we can't move off Twitter fully, because I promised that I would stick around for them. Because think of it this way. All your 3D printing community friends are leaving. And you can't go because there's a critical feature that's missing that you rely on for, just, sanity. And, well, that just sucks to have to sit there and not be able to join everybody. So we're sticking back on the Positron account, at least, just to ride it out with those friends that can't join us just yet. So, yeah. All right, let's see what's going on here. Enter setup. Oh my god. Don't you miss this BIOS screen? The BIOS screen that used to be everywhere? What is this? American BIOS or something? I don't know, man. All right, let's see here. Oh yeah, this is i7 6700 HQ. 2.6 gig, the speed. It's pretty good. Skylake. Woo. Skylake. American Megatrends, thank you. Alright, Let's see. Adapter warnings disabled. Express charge, standard charge, backlight performance options, CPU enabled. We're gonna leave fan. We're not doing rendering on this. Software card extensions, yeah. Nah, we don't need it. This is a streaming laptop. It's not secure. Let's see. CompuChase deactivated. TPM, BIOS recovery, boots. Here we go. What? Why is Ubuntu a boot option? What? Wait, hold up. What? Do I have a... Hold up. What? Do I have a... Do... Chat, I think I have Linux on here. Oh, I just hit setup. I didn't... Fuck. I hit F12. Oh, I was absolutely a Linux deviant at some point. I'm kind of scared as to what's going to happen if I hit this. Oh, failed. It's gone. That's not there anymore. So that is part of my master boot partition. All right, disable onboard NIC. Should just be Windows Boot Manager. Save changes. There we go. 257. Hell yeah, Reverend. Thank you. Thank you for following. Do appreciate it. Technically, newer ones are not BIOS, but UEFI. Yeah, because they use the mouse. Yeah. We still call it the BIOS, though. We still call it the BIOS. Was it S *** side Linux? I don't know it that side loaded. I don't know. Yeah, just throw some free BSD on there. Nah. Same but different. Still the same, right? All right, boot successful into Windows. We're gonna reboot her a few times to just make sure she's stable. If she only boots half the time, I don't care. I really don't care. Fun fact about this lock screen. Obviously, it says my name. If you ever wanted to know my name, just look up the interview I did with the Next Layer. That was a photo of me and my dad. Who, hey, if you're going to be at Sanjay Mortimer Rep Festival, you're actually going to be able to meet my dad. He's pretty cool. He's awesome. Every time Positron has to make a purchase, I always have to go, I have to check with the accountant. The accountant is my father. he is a financial advisor for me. He's awesome. Love my dad. He's helped me a lot. No bootable devices. F1. Okay, I don't know if we're ever gonna be able to fix that. I think that's just there. I think I have to fix the boot partition in order to get rid of that. I think that's what has to happen. BIOS or BIAS? I don't even know how to say that second one. BIOS. 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 It's BIOS because the second part is OS. OS. BIOS. It's the queer OS. I can say that because I am. Dude, this computer's so old, man. I can't believe I got Windows 11 on this. It shouldn't have Windows 11. The fact that it has Windows 11 is problematic. There's a distro Linux called where you mistype a command. Oh no! I know about that one. Yeah, if you mistype any command in that version of Linux, it just deletes root. I love it. I remember that distro. Yes, I messed around with that distro a little bit. That was fun. Oh man. I I'm not good at spelling things correctly. After about 10 wipes, I kind of just stopped. I'm surprised the way I did it was like I had it on. I preloaded a bunch of flash drives with it. That way I could just throw things at the wall and see what stuck. It was fun. It was really fun. What was I trying to do? I think I was nothing difficult. I think I was trying to, from command line, install a GUI, install an RDP application, and then connect to an RDP server. Something really simple, but like, yeah, any mistypes, it just nuked it. It was a challenge for myself to try and just get better at Linux, and I'm still using Windows, so just goes to show how far I got. Okay, let's do this. Windows boot partition manager. I bet there's like a Windows thing. But there has to be gparted. Yes, gparted. That's what I want. Excuse me. That's an ISO. Where's the exe? Oh, gparted. Right. It's not Windows. Forgot about that. Partition manager. Come on, I just need a partition manager. No, not partition manager. I need a boot manager. I need it to change my boot partition to not be half Ubuntu. How do I do that? You know, I'm just gonna leave it. I don't want to risk like nuking my laptop just to remove something I only have to press whenever the computer needs to reboot. It's just, I just hit F1 and we're good to go. Here's something fun we can do together though. I wish I had like screen share so that, oh wait, I technically do. Hold on a second. Yeah, we can do this. No, we'll do it this way because I can easily just do that and hide my screen. Uh-oh. What happened? Chat? Does it not like me? Does it not enjoy me having two of these open at the same time? Chat, can you sound off real quick for me? I think I lost you. Did I lose chat? Oh no. Oh no. No, okay, okay. I lost chat for a moment. Oh yeah, chat's gone on my left-hand side here. Oops. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I lost chat. Oh no, I lost. Oh, there we go. Chat's back. Chat's back. Hold on. If someone says something, I think chat's back. Nope, chat's gone. Chat's gone. All right. Oh, chat's hidden by Discord. Okay, we're good then. We're good. I didn't realize the Discord banner covered it up. Oops. I'll fix that later. I was going to fix it here, but I wanted to check to see if... Yep, okay. My guest live stream stuff is here. Everything else appears to be here. This is good. We are good. Yeah, as soon as I opened this up, I lost chat history on my current streamer. I was like, oh no, chat's gone. Chat's not gone. I'm just dumb. Okay. It looks like everything's still here. Let's make sure that... Okay, the app for my social media stuff is gone. Is there an app for Blue Sky? Okay, nice. Let's see, Blue. No, but there should be because that API is like apparently really easy to use. So we should. Chat went to the farm far away. Yeah, chat did. chat did go to the farm up north. There's so many like apps that you could download for Streamlabs. I don't know what any of them do. Stream Design Factory. What is even? What is this even? Like. Okay, actually, hold up. Hold up, chat. This might be cooking. Okay, so it's like actually like a design thing for streams. Okay, that's kind of cool. You know, it was really funny. So the other day, I was browsing YouTube, and what happened was I was just like looking at the previews, and then I saw a starting soon preview. I'm like, that's weird. I don't remember streaming today, because like it had my starting soon thing, and then I realized, oh, that's Philip DeFranco. Apparently, me and Philip DeFranco used the same theme, which I find fucking hilarious. I picked this theme because it was space themed, and I didn't want to be bothered making my own themed, so yeah. Apparently Phil DeFranco uses the same one. Take that for what you will. Okay, what else is in this computer do I have to be worried about? Is there a way to do decks wirelessly? It doesn't appear to be. No, okay. At least not in this app here. I bet there is an app that would let me do it, but I don't know what it is, and I don't really care about finding. Okay. Yeah, that's it for this. Cool. Our streaming laptop's back, chat. Medic Vince, welcome. Chat, we have our laptop back. We have our stream laptop back. I'm happy. This is great. Because again, the laptop that we're currently using to stream is my like travel laptop. I don't want to use it as my stream laptop because I don't want to kill it any faster. Because the stream laptop is like dedicated on this desk permanently. That's why we unplugged the battery in this. So whatever laptop's used as the stream computer, it's going to die, and it's going to die like way faster than any other machine I have, at least battery wise. So what I think one day we'll do is I'm probably going to design like a shelf that goes underneath this table that I could slide this under so that the screen could be closer mounted to me. And I don't want to take the screen off because I just don't want to do that. That would be very destructive of this laptop, and I don't have like a monitor I can plug into this right now, so I want to preserve the screen. Also, this is metal. That's metal. This will protect it. This laptop has been dropped more times than I can say, and it's because of this that it's been extremely safe. So I don't want to lose this. Because hey, this is a workshop. If I'm like slinging shit around, I want this to be safe. So the brick is good. Yeah, nickname for this laptop's also the brick because it's like this laptop is like 8 pounds or something. It's heavy. It's fucking heavy, man. Okay, let's pull you out. We have to do a little bit of work on this positron here. So if you don't recognize this one, this is the one that myself and Pooch have been working on. So what happened was I printed out these top panels, and you can see there's some marking on it. It did not print very well, and that upsets me. And I'm going to be giving this to Sam Prentice, so I have to make sure it looks good. So I reprinted these parts on the Prusa XL, now that it's enclosed, and they came out way better. It's so much better in general. So we're not gonna like continue building this just yet. We're gonna wait till Pooch and I are on stream, but we're gonna swap out the parts, so that we don't slow down the Pooch stream. The laptop version of Nokia. Seriously, dude, that thing's beefy. I will jokingly say, this positron has been booted up and has been functional. I had to boot up this posi to update my head unit for my Hexatron. And I just plugged it into this one because this has all the electronics to turn on, except for like, no, actually no, it has everything. It won't function because it's missing a bed, so it's gonna have a thermal runaway error. But it still works. I want to be allowed to lose control and be around. We also redid the side panels. Should I do that right now? All right, we'll take a look at the side panels in a moment here. We might replace the side panels. I don't know. We could replace the side panels. I don't really want to replace the side panels. I'm not a fan of how the current side panels is. They did not come out that great. I printed all these parts on my Prusa Mark IV, but my enclosure for the Mark IV doesn't really keep temperature that well, just because of the environment I'm in. So there's like very visible striations on this. Here, let me pivot her up and zoom you guys in. Alright, you can kind of see it. So let me go grab the other one to show you guys an example. It could just be this filament, and I could just be fucked. But this still has support material on it. Yeah, this part is just way better looking. Just period. So no questions. This is just a better looking print. I mean, there's still some weird striations. It's not perfect, and I don't think Sam is going to be that much of a perfectionist when it comes to this. Because I mean, this is color changing filament, but yeah. So if I hold this up, you can see there's a significant difference between the two. The one on the bottom is just way more consistent in its color. So, and it just looks better. So, I don't know if I want to do it right now. I don't know. You know what? No, we'll do it. It's gonna take us a bit, but we'll do it. I have to reprint this one. This one did not turn out good. Yeah, that turned out bad. Actually, you know what? Okay, we're just. I have to reprint this. This came out. Look at that. There's divots right there. Yeah, yeah. Now you can see it. It's not. I can tell it's not. It is specifically because of just inconsistent cooling. Not cooling, just like problems with the process. So yeah, I need to reprint some stuff on that. Forgot I had to reprint parts. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll do that on Monday. On Monday we'll do these swaps. I was gonna do it on Wednesday, but I was tired. I was really tired this week. Again, obvious reasons that do not need explaining. I was just tired. So, yeah, we will work on this on Monday. That's what we'll do. I like that idea. That sounds nice to me. All right. Well, what? Oh, I wish I could migrate to my other streaming computer without losing you guys, because like, if I could, I would just hop over there, and we would just continue. With other stuff I know that I could stream tonight. But I can't do that, so I gotta figure out maybe something else. I don't want to. I got the Mark IV S upgrade kit. I don't want to do that today. That's probably not gonna be done until after I get back from Smurf. To be fair, just because of I gotta finish this positron. This positron has to be functional by the time I go to Smurf. Like, I don't have a choice. So we're gonna get as far as we can with Pooch, and then depending on how far we get, is how far we get, and then I have to take this to Smurf fully functional. So we may just be bypassing him on that. Sorry, just checking our socials real quick, because you know me, I gotta. Fuck you, Zerno. he just added me on Blue Sky. Alienware? Seriously? Screw you, bud. Oh man. Alright, cool. Let's be real. Let's chill for a second here. How are you doing? Ask yourself that question. You don't have to answer. How are you doing? It's okay if the answer is no. It's totally fine. I think I can speak for everyone when I say that. Yeah, Sabas, he's hungry. Look at that. You should eat. You get some food. Get what you like. Treat yourself. Dark isn't doing so well. Sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, we're gonna get real for a moment. This is something I don't do. But I think it's important. I've had doing well. Positron's trucking along, printing. Hell yeah, man. Nice. It's good to hear. I don't. You guys know me as the chaotic 3D printing guy, and I love that I'm known for that. I love that. That's awesome. I love that because there's a lot of trolls in this world, and there's a lot of people that get off on upsetting people, triggering them, and that's typically what you think of when you hear troll. You think a troll is someone that is not a nice person, just kind of gets their rocks off on screwing with people, kind of thing. I'm not that, and I'm not saying anyone thinks I am. I am proud to be able to be a troll that specifically makes people laugh, makes people happy. At least I like to think that I am. But there's a lot of people out there that just enjoy upsetting people. It's not cool. That is not okay. And as a member of the community, and as apparently a very important part of the community, like holy shit, I don't know how I got here, but it was wonderful meeting you, Robert, at KB3D. Just absolutely wonderful, and your daughter was hilarious. The future is uncertain for all of us. When I signed up to be a moderator for a Discord server, the last thing I expected was to become the CEO of a 3D printing company that would be nominated for Printer of the Year award. I wasn't expecting that. What? You kidding me? 3 years ago, I entered 3D printing and I was a nobody. I was just another person with a 3D printer. And that was cool. That was alright. But I volunteered, I helped, and I just joined the cause and the community. And I ended up, you know, in the position I'm in. For those that don't know, you know, I didn't. I founded Positron 3D with Kraylin. Absolutely, I founded it with Kraylin. I didn't start it. I founded Positron 3D, the company, with him, but he was working on Positron 3D for at least a year before I joined. I jokingly say I designed 3D. I helped design. I didn't design the entire Positron on my own. No, I'm too stupid for that. But I helped. LDO did a lot of the work on the current 3.2 design. I helped refine it and keep it in line with what Kraylin wanted. And I was just the general manager. That's all I was. I volunteered, and that's how I ended up where I am. And I'm never afraid to clarify that. In fact, if you look at our we have a credit section on our website now that fully explains it. Anyway, we're getting off topic. You never know what life's going to throw at you, ever. It's going to be different every day, or it could be the same as the day before. That's fine. There's a lot of negativity out there that is very easy to get caught up on. It's very easy to get caught up on everything going on, especially in an informational society like we are in, where information is just being thrown at your face at Mach speed, and you're expected to figure out what it means before, you know, something happens. Like, what? Like, oh my god, did you hear about this? Oh no, I didn't. Oh, how couldn't, like, shit. Our brains are monkey brains. Our brains made technology. Our brains are not optimized for technology, and we sure as shit didn't optimize technology for us. Take a step back. Take a step away. It's all right. And yeah, this is going to directly address, you know, things that happen on Tuesday. If you are one of the members of the community that are scared, no matter who you voted for, I think we can agree that there are people that are very worried about the future. And whether you agree with their worry or not, I think it is healthy for us to recognize that there is worry. I think we can all agree, again, no matter who you voted for, that we're worried about tariffs a bit, especially those of us that work with companies overseas. I can't promise that a positron will remain $700. It's all speculation, and we can agree that it's speculation. And as someone that runs a business with LDO, I have to think about these things. It sucks, but I do. We're gonna try and keep things as they are. But more importantly, if you are worried and if you are scared, there is people out there that support you and care about you. There are people that love you, and you shouldn't forget that. Always remember that there's someone out there that loves you. Even if you're out there on your own right now, there is someone out there that loves you. You just haven't found them yet. And, you know, some of us have families. Families are a wonderful thing. Some of us don't get along with our families. That's okay. It happens. We're human. But you got friends. And friends are part of your family. Make sure you let people know that you love them. Make sure you let people know that you care about them. Check in on people. Especially anyone that might be a little bit worried right now. It's just good practices, you know? If there's one thing that I can share that is definitely of my personal opinion, one thing that I could say that I hope people take away from me, as I don't consider myself an influencer. I have 500 subscribers. I got 200 followers on Blue Sky. I don't really consider myself an influencer here, but if there is anything that I could pass on to anybody that follows along with my content, which, hey, I'm a fucking 3D printing content person. You don't come to me for philosophical advice, but just remember we're all human. We all have different ideas on how to live, and that's actually to our benefit. We progress as a society when we work together and we see differing opinions to try and further ourselves. No one is going to have the same solution to a problem. There's going to be a lot of different solutions, and there's going to be a lot of solutions that people just don't agree with. That's okay. What's important is that we sit down and we listen. I had an event today happen, or a situation at work, where suggestions were requested for something. Someone suggested something that I very strongly agreed with, and I said, yes, that. I agree with that, and here are my reasons why I agree with that. And again, this was just me backing up a suggestion that was proposed. Input that was requested. I added my opinions because what was being suggested I had experience with, a lot of experience with. And once I gave my 2 cents, my opinion and my experience with that item, immediately was shut down. I won't say why, but it was shut down pretty much immediately. And I rebutted. I said, I'm not trying to say you should make this choice or that choice. I'm just telling you. I'm just letting you know how this has helped and or not helped my process, and for you to make a choice based off that. And I'm not even saying you have to make a choice. I'm just like telling people. But it was taken as, you know, you are standing on this hill, and you are on this side of it, and I'm not on that side of it. And it's like, no, I'm just sharing my opinion. That's all. Yeah, who knew where to get lunch, right? I love being cryptic. No, it wasn't that. As a leader myself, I don't like to judge people. I don't like to say, you know, I don't like to. Okay, no, that's a lie. I will often say, man, that could have been done differently. I don't say it to their face. I usually say it in the back. But you know, I was talking to my friend and I said, you know, it really sucks how that was handled, because it essentially turned to, we're not doing this because you guys need to do this. And immediately that turned the tables. Like, it went from, hey everybody, what suggestions do you have for this, from this one person, to this person going, no, we're not doing that because you guys need to do this. And then we're going, whoa, what? We were just answering the question. If that individual had just said, hey, I will take this into consideration, thank you, that would have acknowledged the opinion that was provided. That would have acknowledged that the suggestion was made. And it could have then been, this was in a public chat at our company. It could have then been taken aside with like, hey, I know you really like this, but yeah, we can't really make this work. I would have like, all right, at least I got to tell you. At least I got to share my opinion on it. Like, cool. I don't care. I have my own. The thing that we were talking about was something that like I had one of already, and I wasn't trying to say anything specific. I was just like, yeah, this is a cool thing. I like this thing. And it was like suggested, oh well, maybe people should get that on their own. And it's like, okay, my opinion still stands. Like, if they want to, cool. Here's my opinion on it. Hopefully that helps them make their decision on if they want to get it on their own. Like, okay. But it wasn't handled like that. And that upset me. I know the way I typed definitely made me seem a little keyboard warrior-ish, but like, I was just trying to share my opinion, bruh. Yeah, the chicken got shot twice. Like, come on. But again, the moral of this is that we have two individuals. Of course, I am one of them. I made a mistake. I did not recognize that this individual felt like they were backed into a corner. And by me continuing to express my opinion, it did not make things better. And I didn't realize that. I made a mistake. I'm not perfect. I decided I'm gonna die on this hill. And I'm gonna just share my opinion over and over. Thinking I was helping. Just sharing my opinion. I did not realize that I was causing distress of some sort. And my friend said, yo, you fucked up. And I was like, shit, well, whatever. Admittedly, I knew I fucked up. I didn't care all that much because I didn't really say anything wrong. I definitely didn't use the best words, but like, I wasn't being offensive. At least, I don't think I was. So whatever. There's going to be a lot of that in our future. A lot of that in our future as a society, I think is safe to agree. Things that have happened were very polarizing. I'm going to suggest people bite their tongues a little bit. Now, hear me out. I'm not saying do not fight for what you believe in. Fight for what you believe in. Do it. If there's something you strongly believe in, and you want to see that change in the world, the only way that change is going to come about is if you fight for it. That's it. No ifs, ands, or buts. But, no ifs, ands, or buts, comma, but, the only way that we are going to move away from internal conflict is to talk. There's going to be some individuals that won't want to listen. Not much we can do about that. Really isn't much we can do about it. But for those that will listen, those that will at least acknowledge that we have differing opinions and are still then willing to hear us out, again, for any topic, not saying any topic in specific, any topic, for any topic that we have differing opinions on, I genuinely hope that we can have constructive conversation to find a common ground and to get things settled. I've not been silent on the fact that I'm a member of the LGBTQ community, and I do not appreciate people attacking other members of this community. Like, yo, chill the fuck out. But I would still try and educate people, because weirdly, I can understand sometimes why they think the way they do. I will use an example here. And I'm using this example because this is actually brought up in a English class I took in college. This was before I identified as a member of the queer community. Yeah, text chat is an awful medium to convey a message. Absolutely. No, 100% agreed, because tone is lost. Completely lost. And here's the other problem. If you use a very verbose diction, what the fuck? If you have a very colorful vocabulary, and I do mean colorful as in very verbose, um, it's going to come off more intimidating, because it is often seen that using more specific words will weirdly be seen as more intimidating or antagonistic, when in reality it's not at all. And that's because when we talk casually or are trying to downplay something, we talk informally. So the more formal you speak, the more antagonistic you see. It's a weird dichotomy that we deal with. Look at me slinging vocabulary here. So I agree with that, and that's kind of what caused my issue today. I was being very, very well spoken. But I was being too well spoken in the situation. I should have been more informal. I should have been more chill. But I wasn't. Anyway. I took a class in college, and this was back in 2018. Yes, 2018. And one of the questions, we were reading a book about trans people, and it was from them. It was written by members of that community. It was a good book, and I have to give props to my teacher. My teacher asked a very good question. He asked, "Why do you think people are typically afraid of this choice or of this demographic?" And in my essay, I explained, again, this was before I came out of the closet myself. If you want to know, yeah, I'm queer. What's up? How's it going? What I explained in my essay, which I think somewhat still holds up, at least again for some individuals, is that the human mind is fearful of the unknown. Like, if you look down a completely pitch black corridor and you hear strange noises, it's naturally to be afraid of that corridor because you don't know what's down there. If someone walks out of that corridor and tells you, "Oh, there's just a cat down there," then you're gonna be like, "Oh, there's just a cat down there." You know what's down there. You're not afraid of it anymore. It's the same reason we're all scared of the dark as kids. We don't know what the fuck's in the dark. We have no idea. No idea at all. So the human mind is naturally afraid of what is unknown to us. And I think some people are uncomfortable with the idea that they are so set in some mindset that they're not you're still afraid of the dark, right? They're not very open-minded. I'm trying to think of a way to explain this without insulting anybody. If you grow up a certain way, then you expect the world to be a certain way, and when the world does no longer fits in the nice cutout that you made for it, when that shape doesn't fit, you don't immediately question, why doesn't this fit? You're gonna try and hammer it back into place. Some people will stop, look at it, and be like, "Oh, this no longer fits because the piece of wood expanded or shrank or something, like something changed." So someone's gonna be like, "Oh, whoopsies," and they are either going to fix the hole that they initially cut for their perspective of the world and change their perspective to fit what the world has become, or they are going to look at the world and be like, "No, I want this to fit the whole," and they're going to cut off part of that and then put it back. The problem is that, this is obviously a very simplified example of our society. We can't. Many people will say that you can't cut off parts of the shape that changes, because the shape that's changing is organic and is always changing. And for some people, it changes slower than others. Like the way they carved out that hole of their perspective of the world, it will always fit. For some people, it's just how it is. My mom is a great example. She doesn't care how the world has changed in the way it is, in a good way. Like, she's very much of the mindset of let people be who they want to be, and if they're happy, then she's cool with it. Like, that's awesome. And as, again, someone who has come out myself, then that brought me a lot of comfort, because I knew that I didn't have to be worried about, you know, I was one of the fortunate few that my parents accept me for who I am, and I'm very, very glad. For them, the whole didn't change, and neither did the piece that fits in, because I'm still their son, and nothing's changed. It's great. But for other people, they don't like it when it changes. I don't remember where I was going with this. There's always going to be those people. There's always going to be those people that either want to change the whole or change the object. And we have to figure out a way, somehow, to be able to put the item back without removing material from either side. We don't want to force people to change their perspectives, let's be clear, because that doesn't help. If you force someone to change how they think, and this applies to anybody, there's going to be resistance. People are going to put up their walls and not want that. That's just how it is. Like, let's take people that like Coke or Pepsi. If you try to tell people that Pepsi sucks, they're going to fight you. And that's just how it is. They're going to defend their choice of Coke, even though Coke sucks. And so they're going to put up their walls, and once the walls are up, there's really nothing you can do to break that down. And then constructive conversation stops. Once they are on the defensive, constructive conversation stops. So we have to figure out, again, all of us have to figure out ways to keep those walls down and help people see the things that we do. And again, this applies to everybody. This is not like, sure, I'm part of the LGBTQ community. Yes, I'm more progressive. I have my own opinions of the world that are difficult for me to change. This metaphor applies to me too. And if someone challenges me, I'm gonna put walls up. I'm gonna be defensive. If you tell me Pepsi sucks, I'm gonna fight you. If you tell me that Philadelphia sucks, I'm gonna fucking fight you. So this isn't just like a one-sided thing. This is something we need to work on as a community. I hope we can. I really hope we can. That's where I was trying to get with all this, and I think I figured out a way to explain the metaphor. Back to what I was saying. Yeah, people get scared when their view of the world changes and they are forced to change their perspective. That's scary, and they don't want to. So a lot of people are willing to make changes, but a lot aren't. There are some things my dad struggles with heavily. My dad's a little old-fashioned. He is a little uncomfortable with the idea of me dating a guy. Like, let me be clear, haven't brought a guy to my house. He hasn't had to deal with that yet. And I know that, like, if that ever were to happen, he'd be all right. But, you know, to him it's weird. But he loves me. He doesn't care. He loves me. But yeah, you know, it's gonna take him a bit. Anyway, I'm talking in circles because, like, I'm on, like, And yeah, it sucks. We got there's plenty of family members that aren't as willingly able to change their perspective of the world. If we can find common ground, it makes things easier. Thank you for letting me rant about... Seriously, this is like the most difficult conversation to have without, like, pointing at people and saying, don't do that. Because genuinely, I don't want to offend anybody. Because I know for a fact that there are some people that follow me that I heavily disagree with their philosophies and their ideologies. I heavily disagree with, like, straight up my core beliefs are in conflict with theirs. The reason I don't want to offend them is because maybe I'm naive, but I still have hope that we can find some form of equal ground where we can agree on something. Like, I think one thing a lot of us can agree, I think we can all agree that we want more stuff made in America. I think everyone can agree to that. Like, everybody. I don't think there's a single person that disagrees that more stuff should be made in America. I think that's one thing we can all agree on. We're gonna disagree on how to get there. Absolutely, like 100%. I'll be very honest in saying I think that we should subsidize things like 3D printers in America. Like, hey, if I was able to get a subsidy for Positron to be made in America, I would use that all the time to make it cheaper for us to make Positrons in America. No questions asked, I would do it. But that's not what's being proposed. So, we all have different ideas on how to achieve our goals. Hopefully, we can continue to work together to find, that solution. Robert says that the Intel chip factory is in his county. I hope that, I hope that too. Like, oh my god, having chip manufacturing back in the United States is going to be phenomenal. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. And Seva says this topic is always about respecting boundaries as long as everyone on the same page. It's all, yes, exactly. I think we saw a lot of boundary crossing, and I'm not gonna say who did, because honestly I didn't pay enough attention. I know some people that did and the ways they did it, because look, I lived in PA. I got all the ads. All of the ads. And some of them were horrendous. Terrible. Like, really, really terrible. Like, kind of losing hope in humanity terrible. But it is what it is, sadly. I can at least know that I will do my best to find common ground and not cross any boundaries. And I'll live my life that way. Anyway, this is definitely not what the stream was meant to be, but I didn't want to just, fix a laptop, decide not to fix a printer, and then end the stream. And I needed to get this off my chest for a bit. Thank you, everybody who's tuned into this and actually has heard me out here. Thank you. Even if you don't agree with me, I do appreciate you at least tuning in and at least, hearing me out. And, if we disagree, cool. Like, that disagreements are actually healthy. Fighting is not, but disagreeing on how to accomplish something is healthy. Whether we agree on that or not, if everybody just said okay to the first idea that came to mind, nothing would work. We would never find the best solution. We would find potentially the worst solutions, and just we'd be using a hammer as a wrench. That's not a good idea. Sure, I could screw a bolt on with a hammer. Why? Why would I? There's better ways to do that, and I don't know the best way. I don't, and neither do other people I talk to. But together we can think about it. And if your idea is literally the polar opposite of mine, then there's gonna be ways that we can figure it out, and I can glean some insight from that person's point of view. I might not agree with it, but at least I can step back and realize, I did not think of it that way, and I can consider that into my thought process. And maybe, although I don't agree with this, they are right that this part of my ideology isn't correct, and I should adjust that. Let's look at the positron, for example, here. Actually, let's actually look at the positron here. I have so many examples of how that has happened with the positron. Let's look at it. And they're literally here. So, power supply. Why don't we have an internal power supply? Well, the reason is because this is a portable printer. And we wanted to make this as approachable for everybody. But some people thought it was really dumb not having an internal power supply. Some people were adamant about it. And what was our compromise? We made sure to cut part of the base plate so that there's enough space to put in an internal power supply if you wanted. You didn't have to. It's not a requirement. But we disagreed on the exact process, and we decided on this. We decided on cutting it out and not putting in an internal power supply because I think we agreed, hey, to put a power supply out in here, we did all agree that you'd have to have an unshielded power supply, and no one was really happy with that. So that was our common ground. We were like, you know what? Let's not take this option away from people that want to do it. Let's find the compromise that allows us to keep this safe for anybody that just has never touched a printer build before. And yeah, we came to a conclusion. The extruder was another one. When I first saw the extruder that we use, I fucking... Oh, hold on. Come on. When I first saw this extruder, I looked at it and I was like, what? It feeds in through the back? That doesn't make sense. I hated this. I really hated this. And I couldn't tell the team that. I couldn't say, dude, this is fucking stupid. No. Because someone put work into this. Someone put effort into this. Whether or not I agreed with it, someone put hours of their day into redesigning this. And whether I liked it or not, it worked. And honestly, it grew on me. I loved this design a lot. Because although I disagreed with it, I decided to give it a try. I decided to just let it see how it worked. And this was so much easier to build than the original Alpha one that we had. The original Alpha one was a major pain in our ass. And that won me over because of how easy this was to assemble. It just took me some time to accept it for what it was. And right now we're working on a new design. We're experimenting with a new extruder design that improves upon this. Because again, there were some people that disagreed with every aspect of this, but not all aspects of this. And as a result, we now have in the works an even better assembly coming. Our Z-axis here, the Positron team as a whole was happy with what we had. Steve wasn't. Steve builds. He came in and said, you should do this instead. And of course, at first I was resistant. I was like, why? I didn't really want to change printed parts because, one, I hadn't tested this. Two, I knew Steve well, but like, I just, I was resistant. And then I tried these parts, and I realized just how much easier these are to work with. And I'm like, yeah, I want this in the kit.
it is natural to not. It is natural to resist things at first, like totally natural to be resistant. And sometimes it just takes time. Sometimes it takes a lot of time. And that sucks. But it takes time. And sometimes people use their power to undo something that's, kind of been standard for several decades. But you know what? We'll figure it out. That was a small jab, and whether or not that was, justified is up to you. There are so many things in our society that are like this. There's so many things like this extruder that people hate right away. And the amount of time it takes for them to be okay with it sometimes takes years. Maybe longer. Maybe much longer. And that sucks. But it is also the truth that we have to deal with. So, here's hoping that we can find solutions together. Whether we like it or not, let's hope that we can work together. Yeah. If it wasn't for all of the differing ideas, oh, hi, Steve! If it wasn't for all the differing ideas in our world, we wouldn't have change, and we wouldn't be able to figure out things. Steve, thanks for hopping in the tail end here. I just used your work as an example of something that I admittedly was a little resistant to at first, but after, looking it over, I'm like, yeah, that's good. What we were discussing is how a lot of us have different ideas on how to approach things, and how sometimes it is difficult to accept it. I was explaining how I when I was first shown this extruder redesign, I hated it, but I love it now, after I've had time to work with it. And there's so many things like that in our society that sometimes you just have to take a step back and hopefully can have a second opinion. We got a little philosophical, but I think we had a very fun conversation as a group. And again, Steve, thank you so much for these designs. These are wonderful. Yeah, I've already told you 100 times that we're absolutely changing our designs to use these parts here, because it is just so much better than what we had. Honestly, like, just that latch is just butter. And it doesn't have to flip all the way back. I know that was like something that was mentioned early on. Just, yeah, slide it right out like that. That takes no additional space in the storage, and it just works. Gotta love it. Once again, thank you to Steve Builds for redesigning these two pieces here. Always love working with Steve. Steve was actually one of the first people to interview me about the Positron, about the V3 actually. Which, you know what? Let's take a step away from all this like social discussion. Somehow skirting the whole politicalness. Let's talk about what was just announced from our friends at Sanjay Mortimer. If you did not see it, Sanjay Mortimer has announced the what's it called? The auction. The auction. So it. Hold on. Here we go. So, friends, if you wish to donate to the Sanjay Mortimer Foundation, you absolutely can. And right now there's an auction going on in which you can get some pretty awesome things, from filament to hot end nozzles to 3D printers. And let's be real, there's, at least right now, if you bid on the current price, they're really good deals. Like, yo, they're really good deals. Like $500 for a Boron 2.4? Dude, what? That's insane. Yes, it is an auction, so that is going to get higher, and it is possible that that goes above the MSRP. It goes to charity. That's fine, but you can be the first person to bump it up, and it means you might get it. Like, there's a chance no one bids on it after you, and if that's still lower than MSRP, then that's a deal, dude. As far as I'm aware, I do believe that it is international. So like if you auction it, if you're in the United States and you win the auction, I think they will take care of shipping it for you. So yeah, it's awesome. It's really wild. There's a Coco Press up there. There's at Vector 3D did something insane. I think he remade a Darwin again. I don't know. That's my guess. I don't know what he's done. It's apparently like a surprise. I don't know when he's going to reveal it, but it looks really cool. At least from what I've seen, it looks really cool. He has not told me what it is. I don't know what it is. I've only seen what everyone else has. But yes, a positron is up there, but not a positron. 2 positrons in the same lot. Lot number 1 is a positron, and not any positron. It is positron number 6. Number 6. It is literally the 6th positron ever made by LDO. Ever. This is the one that is on the auction. This one right here. This is Steve has one of these, and I believe Nero does too. So I showed this off on stream. Oh, why is? Oh, why? Why can't I scroll it? Oh. Okay, cool. That was weird. My thing was just scrolling down constantly. So this is an original positron V3. Oh, Nero doesn't have one of these? Oh man. So I gotta swap this out. So I think I'm like 99% certain that Jason is sending me a new one of these, because this is the old mag connector. So I'm pretty sure Jason's currently sending me one of these. I burnt this out. This is dead. This don't work no more. But Jason's, I think, sending me one that does. Don't know. If he doesn't, it's whatever. I can't fix this. We are asking whoever wins this to use this as a display piece. It does print. It prints terribly. It don't print good. Because this is the alpha, and we never actually got to the phase where we actually tuned these things very well. And I'm not that good at tuning printers, believe it or not. But we have this, the original bed. The original bed. This I don't know how many people have this bed. This is like the reason we have infrared sensoring on the positron for auto bed leveling. It's because we originally used this, and this worked great with auto bed leveling because we positioned the IR sensor in between, like on this strip here, so that would reflect properly. When we moved to ITO, it worked in controlled lighting environments, but it didn't work in like outdoors. And we didn't realize it didn't work until outdoors until we were at Rocky Mountain 2024. So that's the first few items you get with that auction. And then here you have a fully functional positron V3 right here. This is fully functional on stream. We tuned her up a bit. We got her. She printed a Benchy. It's not a great Benchy. It's a pretty crap Benchy, but it printed a Benchy. The problem that the Benchy had was it needed more cooling. So I mean, you could absolutely, if you get this, you could tune the crap out of this. It's functional. It would work. It also has it has a 256 gig SSD, flash or SD card, because I was insane and I did that. I need to back up that SD card and actually like put another backup in here, specifically so that operating system isn't lost, because you can't update this operating system. It will break if you update the clipper on this. It will break. So between this and the 3.2, what is different? A lot. We don't use synchromesh cables anymore. our Z bed, our entire like Z bed mounting system is significantly improved. One of the problems we had with the original Z bed is that it wobbled left and right a lot. Like it had a lot of wobble. You could print decently on it, but if it dragged on the filament, you would get really bad layer shifting, like really bad layer shifting. The VFAs caused by the synchromesh cable were terrible. It looked bad. So we moved to belts. The Z drive on this is belted fully. Like there's no gears at all on the Z drive on this. Like it uses a small tooth pulley to go to a large tooth pulley, and that was its gear reduction or gear. Is it gear reduction? I think it's gear reduction, or the other way. I don't know what the other way around is. Anyway, yeah, there's a lot of minor changes from this to that. This is currently running pretty much most of that, the 3.2 config, tuned for the V3. So this is using all the same motors, so it could run as fast as a 3.2. But yeah. So anyway, you get this as part of the auction. This whole thing, the box and all. I'll sign this too. Like, if whoever wins this wants me to sign it, I'll sign it. Like, I will do that. I'll be happy to do that. But like as part of the kit, it comes with this. This has not been removed. 006 right there. This is number 6. Not many of these survive. I think Steve, I think yours is still alive. I don't know if it's functional. But many of these have been cannibalized to build 3.2s. Like we iterated upon design. So many of these got completely cannibalized. This is one of the few remaining. There's not many of these left. What's his name? Drawing a blank. Scott, Edge of Tech, I believe. The Death Racer, not Death Racers. That's Sam. Drag Racer guy. He has one. You may have 7. Yo, you have 7. That's sweet. Yeah, 7 or 15 if I recall. Yeah, there's so few of these that are still functional. Like, I want to say, at least right now, I know 2. This one and one other. Those are the only 2 I know that are currently functional at all. Even the one that we usually bring with LDO is no longer functional. This one is. So these are rare. These are very rare. Let me be clear. If I were to sell this at MSRP, I would sell this. Oh, yeah, number 15. Cool. We did not make many of those. I think 15 may have been like one of the last ones we made. We made very few of these. It's a very small test group, and most of them stayed in China. Only a handful actually went out to the States. Kraylin has one, but his is his own V3, so his doesn't count. I know that one's still working. Oh my god, I hear from his coworkers, because I've met his coworkers, and yeah, they're like, yeah, that little printer is so weird looking, and it just works, and it works really well. And I'm like, that thing's still going? Jeez, my god. We sent him a 3.2. Boy, better build it. We like to joke. But yeah, so the actual number of working V3s is definitely like less than 5 right now. Edutech has a functional one. I will somewhat consider Steve's a functional one because at least last time we checked it was functional. Franklin built this in a cave with a box. He pretty much did. He literally, like, the reason we use Synchromesh is because that's just what we had laying around in the university, and Kraylin wanted to use something that could like do omnidirection, and Synchromesh could do that. Was it as big of a problem as we thought? No, certainly wasn't. But we had a ton of Synchromesh in the university, so that's what we used. We used scraps from other people's projects. It's just the truth of it. So yeah, this you get this and a 3.2. The 3.2 is not built. You're gonna have to build 3.2 yourself. But if you want a piece of history, I like to think of this as a piece of history, only because we've been nominated for Best 3D Printer of the Year. I don't know how the hell we managed that. Yeah. I don't. When I found out that we were nominated, I was aghast. Like I sat there staring at my phone like, what? I don't know who nominated us. The community, I presume, because you were able to go beforehand, like a month or so ago, and you were able to nominate. You were able to nominate things, and if you nominated the Positron, we won a nomination. We are one of 10 printers that won a nomination. I mean, is the one that was on the 3D? Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's it. We got nominated. It was nominated by the community. So thank you, guys. Thank you. As such, you know, I think it's very rare that open source printer. I don't follow those rewards. I do not know how many open source, like from the open source group. Let's be real. The SV08 is on there. It's a Voron. Like, it's a Voron. The credit should go to Steve and the rest of the Voron team. That's how it should be. I don't make the rules, but I don't know how often it is for. Oh wait, Steve is saying, did I say something wrong? I defer to Steve. I like to credit people as thoroughly as I can. To the point where sometimes I shoot myself in the foot. But yeah, I don't know how many like open source printers that are managed by the open source team make it into there. I don't know. I should probably look that up. You just wouldn't cut a Voron. Fair. It is extremely heavily inspired by Voron. But yeah, so I not yeah. Again, as far as I'm aware, not many 3D open source 3D printers make it on there. I mean, let's look at, for example, the Baby Belt. Baby Belt didn't make it. Maybe they released too late, and maybe they'll be considered next year. I hope they do. Rob did a phenomenal job with the Baby Belt. And it's a great belt printer. Like, if you actually tune it, it's a phenomenal belt printer. Like, seriously, it's awesome. That little thing is great. You know, just because it's made of really cheap material, don't knock it. It's a good printer. You know, there's been a lot of 3D printers released this year that didn't make it. Especially like printers that came from like even larger companies that didn't make it. I don't know about the Rat Rig. Yeah. So we are not the only open source printer on the nomination list because of the SV08, because that's open source. But we are, as far as I'm aware, the only open source printer that is not only managed by the original designers, but is also like it does say LDO Positron. I'm fine with that. LDO is part of the design team. That's fine. it stays Positron. The fact that we got nominated at all is absolutely amazing. And we only got nominated because of you guys, because people that actually nominated us. Back to what I was saying. This is where it all started. It's all started right here. The Positron version 1, it was weird. It was neat. It was cool. It didn't work well. Positron version 2, same boat. In fact, Positron version 2 worked worse. We didn't like it was so bad we skipped it. Like we showed off the V1 heavily in Kralen's video. Oh god, we didn't really want to even reference the V2. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes you make something and it's just doesn't work out. It's whatever. It's what it is. The V3 is the one where we're like, yeah, this is ready. And that's what this is. This is when our confidence was high enough to say we're ready. We weren't ready. Let me be clear on that. We weren't ready. I am so glad we did not go to market with this design, because imagine trying to route synchro mesh cables. I did. Oh god. That's one of the reasons why I hope no one uses this as a functional printer, because if they ever break the synchro mesh cable, good luck replacing it. And that has happened to several of these units. It's one of the reasons why they're no longer functional, because the synchro mesh broke. And it would tangle up really bad, and it broke fairly often. I'm surprised my unit never broke. I was very scared that it would. We took our time. We looked at this and said, we were confident about but we were confident when we weren't working with LDO. Like, we did good as a team of 3. Yeah, this works. As a team of 3 that only built 1. 1.5, really. We built 1.5, and we're like, yeah, well, we're gonna release that. We're gonna release that. We've only built a 1.5. And I don't think I've ever told that to anybody. Yeah, we only built 1.5. We didn't even finish the second one before we put the design out. It's just clicking in my head how egregiously confident we were. Oh my god, what were we thinking? Man, hindsight is 2020. I still feel terrible for anyone that walks up and be like, oh yeah, I built the V3. And I'm like, oh, you did? Oh no. Oh man. It's hard for me to give this up. There's a lot of memories, not with this unit in particular, but like just what it represents. I'm very happy to be donating this, because to anyone who likes things that are different, that likes things that kind of challenge the conventional wisdom, this is it. This is literally what we threw at a wall, saw what stuck, and just ran with it. And this has changed my life. Met so many lifelong friends now and have made so many wonderful connections. I've gone on so many trips this year alone, all because of what's in this box. Oh shit, I'm getting emotional. Man, Man, gotta love it when you don't plan for a stream at all. You know, you think you're gonna be working on a laptop the whole stream, and then all of a sudden you're done that in 20 minutes, and then the rest is just talking. Thank you to everybody. If you haven't seen it yet, I do encourage people to check out our website. One, our website has the link for you to go vote. And two, it has our new credits page that thanks everybody who has touched the project. Everybody. A lot of people have touched part of this machine, and we wouldn't be here without them. Jason, Cameron, Dave, Rebecca, the rest of the LDO team, Steve, Nero, for being inspirations, the entire Positron team, of which, if you asked me to name all of them, you might as well shoot me because I can't name everybody right now. And all of our beta testers, just wouldn't be possible without them. Yeah. So, if you win the auction for the Positron for Lot 1, you get this printer. You get my baby. You get my child. Or my second child. My first one is in my office as a display piece and a point of pride. It's behind me every day at work, and that's not going anywhere. No, not giving that one up. But beta tester number 6 offered up this unit because they didn't touch it. Life got in the way, and they never were able to work on this, and they were never able to do the upgrades that we sent out. So this is literally bone stock. This is as it was when it arrived to us. And that is very rare. Pretty much every single other one, including my own, has had upgrades done to it and is no longer stock. This one is. For example, we upgraded the Z-Rail to be a higher pretension, and mine at my office has the higher pretension rail. I feel bad for Gosh. He's a member of our team. He lives in the area, and I was like, yeah, sure, you could bring this to show off at Rowan University. You just gotta swap this rail out. I was still new to building printers at the time, and I was like really nervous about it, and I'm just like, sure, this could be your responsibility. He was awesome. He said sure, because he's built a couple printers before, and he did it, and yeah. Now my printer has a blue backbone and a high torqued rail at my office. I like it. It's me. It's mine. But this one doesn't have that. This one doesn't have any of that because it never was out. So yeah. Man, this is a nice 30 minutes of me explaining how this is unique. I ramble. I don't know. I find entertainment in it. I'm certainly laughing a lot. I hope you guys are too. Okay. I really don't have much else. I gotta reprint some stuff for Sam's Positron, and I gotta reprint stuff for his Positron, and well, now that the streaming laptop's working, I gotta get that set back up. And hey, we also did something that I've been trying to figure out for months, ever since I visited Joel, which is the IR camera. Now we have that working too, so I gotta get that integrated into our stream setup. You know, we got a lot of cool shit done. So thank you for chilling with me. We talked a lot, had some pretty deep conversations, which is very rare on streams like this, I think. But you know what? You know, with how crazy the world is, sometimes you just gotta be level with people. Just gotta vibe and have a good heart to heart every once in a while. Yeah. I literally have nothing else. I did not want to end the stream way too early and make you guys feel like, oh man, Nomad really cut this short. I hope that at least some of the things we talked about might help. Yeah, again, future is uncertain, but at least as a community, we can work together to ensure that there is certainty. For example, Philadelphia is safe for people of my community, of the queer community and the trans community, at least for now. Let's hope it stays that way. And I'm going to continue to work and make sure it stays that way. I'm going to continue to support, people of the LGBT community to make sure it stays that way, because that's what I believe in. And if we all do that, if we all work towards helping organizations in our area for what we believe in, then it should help. And that's the most important thing. We're not helpless. We can do this. Yeah. We need the support more than ever, and I appreciate it. Look at me. I'm not... Someone looks at me on the street, they're not gonna blink twice, because they're gonna see me as I am. I know I'm gonna be okay. And I think that's what sucks most about my predicament. I know I'm gonna be okay. I'm worried about my friends. But together, as a community, we can pull together, just like we do for Toys for Tots, just like we did for the hurricane relief, just like as we do as makers. We can do this. We got this. So that will be my closing message here. We got some cool stuff coming up in future streams. I was sent a ton of these Konomis from Big Tree Tech. One of these days, I want to shove one of these in the positron. We have multiple. So I want to figure out a mod that we can do to put these on the positrons and actually give it a face, because that would be adorable and that would be amazing. So that's going to be something we do in the future. We have pretty much finished Positini. We haven't finished it, but I've released the models and people are happy with them. So I'm gonna work towards we're gonna make a version of this that is parametric. So that's the one thing that can we do 2 for eyes? I don't think we can, because we're limited on power options, but maybe. We're gonna solder the boards here, and I'm not good at that, but we're gonna figure it out. Anyway, Positini is pretty much done, and people are pretty happy with the end result. So we're gonna work on getting that BTT mod to work. Some people of our community have already started working on making it work. I made the mount, and they're making the software. That's exactly what I want, because I'm not good at software. So I'm glad they're working on that. So we're gonna make this parametric. We're going to make it available for other printers to add to their printed parts if they really want. I think that'd be cool. It'd be awesome if Positini became adopted as just a method for micro mounting. That'd be wild. Because now printers are accurate enough to be able to do, 1.8 millimeter dowels. So it just works. So we got some more of that coming up. The next few weeks literally are just prepping for Smurf. I have to bring 3 positrons. Oh god, I gotta bring 3 positrons. Oh boy. Oh no. I forgot about this one. Okay, I have to figure out how I'm bringing 3 positrons to Smurf. If I didn't have to bring the carrying case, I do, because I'm giving 2 of these away. It wouldn't be an issue, because I would just put it in a filament box and put it in my backpack. I have to bring the carrying case because I'm giving them to people. I've been playing Digital Dragon's old Ender 3 belt. Got it printing today. Hell yeah. Don't leave them at the airport. Oh, I certainly won't. So how I usually travel with these is when I only travel with one, I put one in my suitcase because I have a preferred. I am a preferred member on American Airlines because I have the credit card, and they typically they make sure my stuff gets to the destination more than others because capitalism. And so when I travel with 2, I will typically carry one and put the other in the checked bag. When I'm traveling with 3, I have one as carry-on, one in my backpack, in a filament box, and then the cases in the checked bag. Because obviously I can't be over 50 pounds on the checked bag. And that's typically how I do it. So I know how I'm going to do it. It just sucks. Last time I did that was when I went up to see Joel, because I had to bring him one. And I also brought one to be shipped down to Ollie 3D. So that was fun. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I already said a bunch of shit that you should be doing. Hug your loved ones. Reach out to people that you know might be a little bit stressed right now. There's a lot of them out there. If you have friends that are worried, don't just tell them everything's gonna be okay. That's a good first step. But the second best step is just talking to them and listening to them, and being an ally is the second best thing you could do. Just, as you know, it is the best thing you could do. Just offering an ear and helping them get things off their chest. Obviously, I'm not saying be a therapist for them, but just be a friend. And that goes for miles. That goes for light years. And the appreciation of that is boundless. Don't forget to thank people that have helped you, and despite differences in society, let's do our best to make the best of the life that we are given. We don't get another one, and we should live it to the best that we can. All of you people are beautiful. Hug yourself, hug your loved ones, and remember that together as a community, we can do anything if we just work together. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back on Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern. I will do a filament giveaway on Monday. I didn't do one tonight because I just wasn't prepared for it. We'll do the one on Monday, and then we'll continue doing it every Friday thereafter. So if you want a chance to win some random color LDO ABS filament, be here on Monday, and then every Friday thereafter. And yeah, thank you guys. Have a good one. Peace out. No, that's the wrong one.